Hello everyone, welcome to another Math Online lesson. Our lesson for today is solving linear equation in one variable involving absolute value using the algebraic method. Now before we proceed, I want you to observe these equations. What have you observed? I want you to pause the video and observe harder. You have it? So what have you observed? Is it any number or any integer under the absolute value yields the positive result, which is correct. So the absolute value of 4 is 4, and the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. Same goes here. The absolute value of 1 is 1, the absolute value of negative 1 is also 1. So the absolute value of two opposite integers will result to the same value. 4 minus 2 here is 2, which is the absolute value of 2 is 2. 2 minus 4 is negative 2, and the absolute value of negative 2 is 2. Negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6, and the absolute value of negative 6 is positive 6. 2 plus 4 is 6, and the absolute value of 6 is 6. Right? So, I think this is comprehensive enough for you to understand, right? So, let's proceed to our examples. So, what do you think will be the values of x to make our equation true? Go ahead and pause the video and try to use the mental math to solve this. You have it? Is your answer 5? Then it's correct because 2 times 5 is equal to 10 and the absolute value of 10 is equal to 10. And the other value of x, is negative 5 because 2 times negative 5 is negative 10 and the absolute value of negative 10 is positive 10. Okay? Let's have another example. What do you think will be the value of x here to make our equation true? This is your answer is 4, then you are correct because 5 times 4 is equal to 20 and the other possible answer would be negative 4 because 5 times negative 4 is negative 20 and the absolute value of negative 20 is positive 20. Now, is there a way to solve this one using algebra? Yes. The answer is yes. Now, there's some ways to solve this one, but I'll be teaching you the method that I use because I'm used to the shortcut way. Okay. Now, to solve this one using algebra, what I do is I just write the equation here: 2x equals to 10. Now, if you notice here, if we are talking about absolute value, there are two possible answers when it comes to equation. I'm talking about equation and absolute value. If it's an equation and absolute value, it requires two possible answers. Unlike an irregular equation without the absolute value, there's only one possible answer, right? But if there's the absolute sign included in your equation, then you have two possible values when it comes to linear equation. Okay? Now, how do we solve this one using algebra? If this it requires two possible answers, which is the opposites of two numbers, the positive and the negative, so if in this side is negative, I'll add an equal sign here and a negative opposite to that number, negative 10. Now you already know how to solve this one, right? How do we solve for the value of x? We need to eliminate the numerical coefficient by multiplying this one by its own numerical coefficient. Again, what you do here should be done also here. And also here, since I added another equal sign here. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 becomes an imaginary number, so what's left is x. I'll bring down the equal sign. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. And please do not forget to bring down the equal sign here. So what does it mean? It means that x can be equal to 5 and x can also be equal to negative 5 to make our statement true. Now let's try to solve this one. The absolute value of 5x equals 20. Again, if 20 here on the other side is positive, I'll input another opposite of that one, negative 20 here. And to solve this one, again using the algebra, we can eliminate 5 by dividing it by itself. It should be done on all sides of the equation. There. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1 becomes an imaginary number, so what's left is x. Bring down the equal sign. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Negative 20 divided by 5 is negative 4. And again, please do not forget to bring down the equal sign. And there. X can be equal to 4 and x can be equal to negative 4 to make the statement true. Okay, let's have another example. This one is easy. How about this one? I want you to pause the video. Try to solve this one mentally. Go. Do you have it? What's the first value of x to make this statement true? Is your answer 6? Then you're correct. Because 6 plus 4 is 10. The absolute value of 10 is 10. How about the second possible value of x that can make the statement true? Is this your answer or is your answer negative 6 also? So the answer is negative 14 because if you use negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. And the absolute value of negative 2 is positive 2 or 2. So the other value of x is negative 14 to make the statement true because negative 14 plus 4 is negative 10 and the absolute value of negative 10 is 10. Okay? Let's proceed to another example here. Go ahead and pause the video and try to solve this one mentally. What do you think will be the values of x to make our statement true? Do you have it? Is the first value equal to 3? Then you're correct. Because 3 minus 5 is negative 2 and the absolute value of negative 2 is 2. What about the other value? That is 7. Because 7 minus 5 is 2. The absolute value of 2 is also 2. Now, how do we solve this one? Using the algebra. Again, I will use the method that I'm used to in solving this kind of problem. So if I have a positive 10 here, I'll just create another equation here using its opposite. There. So again, using the knowledge that we have in algebra, to solve this one, we simply segregate this one, right? Or eliminate this one using the additive inverse. Or you can also use the transposing method. So this time, I'll use the additive inverse. So this one is positive 4, I'll add a negative 4 here. Again, what you do in this part of the equation should be done on all sides. And then all we need to do is to add them together. Positive 4 and negative 4 is 0. What's left is x. I'll bring down x. Bring down the equal sign. 10 minus 4 is 6. Negative 10 and negative 4, similar signs, so I'll just add them together and copy the sign of both integers. And then again, bring down the equal sign. So this is our result. X can be equal to 6 and x can be equal to negative 14. Same goes here. I'll write my equation. Again, if I have a positive 2 here, then I'll just add input another negative 2 here, opposite to that one. So to solve this one, using algebra, using the additive inverse, this is negative 5, I'll add a positive 5 here. And again, what you do here on this part of the equation should be done on the other side of your equation. And we simply add them together. Negative 5 and positive 5, that is 0. What's left is x. I'll bring down the equal sign. 2 and negative 5 is negative 3. Oh, sorry, this is positive. I'm confused now. So 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. And then negative 2 and positive 5, that is positive 3. There. So again, please be careful when you write the integers. And careful on the sign. So here's our answer. X can be equal to 7 and x can be equal to 3. So again, if we are talking about absolute values in the linear equation, there's two possible answers. But if there's no absolute sign in our equation, and then there's only one possible answer. Okay, so special case. If we have absolute sign, there's two possible answer in our equation. So I hope you learned something today, and thank you for listening. See you in my next online lesson.